many celebrities went to Diddy's house thinking they was finna dance?
No.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and nigga, come here. Is that two niggas kissing?
You know how many celebrities pulled up to Diddy's house thinking it was just going to be some dance-off and champagne? Puffy had me on speed dial for weeks talking about, come through, be my acting coach. What he really meant? Come play gay in Hollywood. You show up thinking it's a regular party until you wander into the wrong room. Then it's like, yo, come here. Is that two dudes lip-locked in the corner? Welcome to the real Diddy Mansion experience. Now Cat Williams is weighing in on Terrence Howard's bombshell interview and throwing gasoline on the fire. Terrence just opened up on the PBD podcast, talking about how certain stars had to check their manhood at the door to make it big. But long before Terrence dropped this tea, Cat had already exposed Hollywood's dark underbelly.
How does that feel? You a grown-ass man. You gotta leave Diddy's party like that. You can't even sit down in the car. You gotta drive all the way home, standing up.
Everyone called him crazy. Now, it's looking more like he was early. And rumors say Cat and Terrence might even team up for a podcast to air out more secrets.
But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through.
So what exactly did Cat say? And are he and Terrence really about to become the industry's biggest whistleblowers? Let's break it down.
It was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Imagine being a grown man and leaving a party like that, traumatized, can't even sit in your car seat on the way home. That's how wild it gets. You've probably seen it already. Terrence Howard dropped a heavy dose of truth on the PBD podcast.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
He talked about celebs giving up their man card to climb the Hollywood ladder. When you give that up, Terrence said, you don't get it back. You came into this world a man. Once you trade that in, you lose something spiritual. And he wasn't subtle.
Or producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room.
He straight up said this is exactly what happened at those infamous Diddy parties. Terrence said people showed up thinking there'd be no consequences. But those parties, they weren't just about fun. They were about submission.
I owe you a dinner, man. I obviously can't afford to get anything else.
Like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no dinner.
About power. Once you go fluid, as he put it, you lose your grounding. And then came the twist. Terrence said Diddy himself tried to make a move.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
It started innocent. Diddy said he needed help with acting. Then it was about music. But when Terrence's assistant warned him about Diddy's real intentions, he cut ties immediately. I thought we were going over lines, Terrence said. He was just staring. Then he's like, come back next week. My assistant's like, he's trying to smash. I was out after that. And Diddy wasn't the only one. Terrence said multiple producers tried the same thing. And when he pushed back, he paid for it with lost roles and burned bridges. You try me like I'm a chick? I'm swinging, he said. A real man commands respect. And if you don't walk in as a man, you'll leave as something else. Now, social media lost it when this interview hit, because it's not every day a major Hollywood name says straight up, Diddy tried me. But like we said, Cat Williams has been screaming this for years. He told Fat Joe he had to shut Diddy down too. I told Puffy, I don't let dudes take me to dinner, sir. I'm good. Then, during his viral Club Shay interview, Cat said he had to say no to $50 million 4 times just to protect what he called his integrity and my virgin hole. Diddy wants to party, Cat said. You just gotta tell him no. And I got the receipts to prove it. Now that Terrence has come out too, Cat's been showing him love. There's even buzz that the two might launch a podcast together to spill Hollywood's dirtiest tea.
So what do you think? It's never been done before. 3 lovable drag queens driving cross-country, helping Middle America solve its problems.
Y'all want me to wear a dress?
Foolish. This isn't a throwaway role. You'll be carrying the emotional energy of the movie.
Man, it's not that I don't appreciate the offer, because I do, but there's a lot of money involved.
We're talking a major motion picture here, Foolish.
I don't know, man.
Harrison.
That's Harrison. So I guess that's me.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. Love it.
I ain't feeling that, man. Can I just say something that every actor probably want to say to a couple of gentlemen like yourselves?
Sure, sis. Anything you want to say?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Kiss my black.
Fans are hyped. One person on X wrote, put Cat and Terrence in the same room. That's a Netflix deal waiting to happen. Another said, they've been speaking the same language for years. And it's true. Both of them have called out Hollywood's rumored push to feminize black men. Word is, Terrence may have even gotten blackballed for refusing to wear a dress. That narrative isn't new. Eddie Griffin was on it back in '99. In Foolish, there's literally a scene where execs try to talk him into a dress, saying all the greats have done it. Fast forward to 2006. Dave Chappelle told Oprah he was pushed to wear a dress too, for a film with Martin Lawrence. He refused. Then Kevin Hart said that never happened to him, until years later, when he wore a dress on SNL. And boom, his career exploded right after. Coincidence? Cat Williams says it's all part of the game. If you don't dance with the Illuminati, he said, you get punched in the face. The media hates you. Nobody likes you. He even said Martin Lawrence tried to cast him in Big Mama's House too. When Cat said no, they went and got Brandon T. Jackson instead. Martin told me, you're my comedy brother. I got you in my next movie. I'm thinking buddy cop, Cat said. Then he pulls out Big Mama's House too. I'm like, again with the dress? He told them, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And sure enough, that's who they cast, twice. Now back to Terrence. He's been vocal lately about how black men in Hollywood are expected to soften up or get sidelined. He said, They let white men be strong and safe, but black men, we're a threat. Terrence isn't backing down. I'm not about to remove chromosomes just to fit into someone's story. So where do you stand on all this? Is Cat Williams dropping facts? Is Terrence Howard finally saying what others are too scared to? Or is this just another conspiracy theory looking for clicks? Drop your take in the comments, and don't miss the next video.